I'm incredibly excited to talk to you about something that has the power to completely transform your life. Something that's not just about talent, luck, or circumstance. It's about the one thing that separates those who succeed from those who give up. I'm talking about grit. Now, I'm sure many of you have heard the word grit before, but what does it really mean? Grit is more than just a buzzword. It's about determination, resilience, and the ability to keep going when everything inside of you says to quit. It's the fuel that drives you when the road gets tough, when the challenges seem insurmountable, and when everyone around you doubts your ability to make it. But here's the thing about grit. You don't have to be born with it. Grit is a skill, and like any skill, it can be developed. It's something you build one step at a time by choosing to keep moving forward no matter what. I want to share a story with you, a story about someone who embodied the power of perseverance like no one else. I'm talking about a man named Thomas Edison. Edison was no stranger to failure. In fact, he failed thousands of times before he successfully invented the light bulb. Do you think he gave up after the first, second, or 1,000th failure? No. He kept going because he understood that failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of the journey to success. Here's what I want you to understand. Grit is what enables you to continue pushing forward when the world seems to be pushing back. It's what allows you to show up every single day, even when things are tough, when you're tired, when you feel like you have nothing left to give. And that, my friends, is what sets the winners apart from the quitters. But it's not enough to just want grit. It's not enough to just say, I'm going to push through no matter what. It's about actively building that muscle day after day. Grit is often misunderstood as something you either have or don't have, a trait you're born with or simply lack. But in reality, grit is not an innate characteristic. It is a skill that can be developed and cultivated over time. Just like building strength through exercise or learning a new language, perseverance is something you can actively work on. It's the mental toughness to keep pushing forward when faced with adversity, and it's not about having an unbreakable will from the start. It's about building that resilience step by step. The journey to developing grit begins with recognizing that it's not about being naturally tough or never facing doubt. It's about the ability to keep moving forward despite setbacks, obstacles, or feelings of defeat. People often think that those who are successful must have an extraordinary level of mental toughness that others don't possess. But the truth is, the successful individuals who have grit are the ones who have faced numerous failures, disappointments, and hardships along the way, yet still chose to push forward. This understanding of grit requires a shift in perspective. It's easy to look at successful people and assume they are special because they make things look effortless. But most of the time, what you're not seeing is the persistence behind the scenes. The hours spent failing, the frustration of setbacks, the sacrifices made. The key is not letting these challenges define you or break you. Instead, they become opportunities to grow, learn, and improve your ability to keep going. Building grit starts with small, consistent actions. It's not about making one huge leap toward success. It's about committing to the process and showing up every day, no matter how difficult it gets. It's easy to be motivated when things are going well, but the true test of grit comes when the road gets rough. In those moments, you have a choice: to push forward or to give up. Developing the skill of perseverance means making the decision to keep going, even when it feels like everything is working against you. One of the biggest challenges people face when developing grit is the fear of failure. Failure often feels like the end of the road, the ultimate sign that something isn't meant to be. But grit transforms the way you see failure. Instead of viewing it as a reason to stop, it becomes a natural part of the process, a lesson that informs your next steps and helps refine your approach. Each setback offers valuable feedback, teaching you what doesn't work and guiding you toward what will. Building grit also involves developing a growth mindset, the belief that abilities and intelligence can be improved with effort and practice. This mindset is essential because it turns every obstacle into a chance to learn and grow, rather than something that confirms your limitations. People with grit understand that setbacks and failures are temporary, and they use them as stepping stones to build greater resilience. At its core, grit is about developing the capacity to keep going when motivation fades. Passion and excitement are important, but they can only carry you so far. What's more important is the ability to stay committed when enthusiasm wanes, when the novelty wears off, and when the challenges seem to pile up. This ability to persevere despite the inevitable difficulties is what ultimately leads to success, and it's something anyone can cultivate. The journey to developing grit isn't easy, but it is incredibly rewarding. It's about gradually pushing through barriers, refining your mental and emotional resilience, and consistently showing up when life demands your best. The more you practice this, the stronger your perseverance becomes. Failure is often seen as something to avoid at all costs, a sign that something is wrong or that success is out of reach. Yet in reality, failure is not the opposite of success. It's an essential part of the process. Without failure, growth would be impossible. Every time something doesn't go as planned, it creates an opportunity to learn, adjust, and move forward in a more informed way. The key to developing grit is embracing failure as a necessary component of the journey, not something to fear or avoid. When setbacks occur, it's easy to feel discouraged. People often interpret failure as a reflection of their abilities or worth, but this mindset can be limiting. Instead of viewing failure as a roadblock, it should be seen as valuable feedback, a signpost guiding you toward a better approach. Each failure provides critical lessons about what works, what doesn't, and how you can improve moving forward. Rather than being discouraged by mistakes, those with grit use them to refine their approach, building resilience along the way. When you fail, the natural instinct might be to give up or walk away, but embracing failure means seeing it through a different lens. It's not the end, it's part of the journey. The most successful individuals are not those who have never failed, but those who have failed repeatedly and learned from each experience. They have the resilience to view failure as a challenge to overcome, not a definitive sign that they aren't good enough or that their dreams are unattainable. There's power in recognizing that failure is universal. Everyone who has ever achieved something meaningful has faced failure at some point. It is in those moments of failure that the seeds of perseverance are planted. Without failure, there would be no need to push through the discomfort, no reason to build the mental toughness required to succeed. It's when we fall down that we discover the strength to rise again. This perspective shift is crucial because it allows you to separate failure from your identity. It's important to understand that failing at something doesn't mean you are a failure. It simply means you haven't succeeded yet. Every successful person has faced rejection, disappointment, and setbacks. They've just kept going. They've learned that failure is part of the process and that the ability to bounce back from it is a key element of developing grit. One of the best ways to view failure is through the lens of growth. Each failure offers a unique opportunity to ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Rather than focusing on the negative emotions that failure may bring, turn your attention to the lessons you can extract. It's about using setbacks to fuel your next attempt, armed with new insights, more experience, and a greater sense of determination. A big part of building resilience is learning to fail quickly and move on. The longer you linger on a failure or take it personally, the harder it becomes to regain momentum. Instead, develop the ability to fail, reflect, adjust, and move forward. The faster you can process your setbacks and use them as learning experiences, the quicker you can get back on track toward your goals. Failure, when approached with the right mindset, is a powerful teacher. It refines your approach, sharpens your skills, and helps you grow in ways success alone cannot. It's not a sign that you are on the wrong path, but an invitation to become better, stronger, and more resilient. Every time you fail and pick yourself back up, you are building grit, strengthening your perseverance, and becoming more capable of handling whatever challenges come your way in the future. Having a clear purpose, a strong why, is one of the most powerful tools for developing grit and perseverance. Without understanding why you are doing something, it becomes much harder to push through tough times. It's easy to start strong when motivation is high, but motivation can fluctuate. What keeps you moving forward when motivation wanes is your deeper sense of purpose. Your why becomes the foundation on which you can build your perseverance, making it easier to push through obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt. Purpose gives you direction. It's what helps you stay focused, even when distractions or challenges arise. When you know why you're pursuing a certain goal, whether it's for personal fulfillment, to support others, or to make a difference in the world, you gain a sense of clarity that fuels your determination. This sense of direction helps you align your efforts with your core values, which is key to staying committed even in the face of adversity. Without a sense of purpose, it's easy to lose sight of your goals or get sidetracked by external factors. When you are anchored to a deeper why, everything you do becomes part of a larger mission. Your purpose also acts as a filter through which you can view every challenge and obstacle. It allows you to reframe difficulties as opportunities to grow, learn, and stay true to what matters most to you. For example, if you're pursuing a business venture, the financial struggles, the late nights, or the tough decisions along the way may be draining. But when you remember the bigger reason behind your efforts, whether it's creating a positive impact, serving your family, or life of freedom, it can reignite your drive. Your why provides context that turns what could seem like insurmountable challenges into stepping stones toward achieving your mission. People who are able to tap into their why are often able to sustain their perseverance through difficult times. There's an emotional energy that comes from purpose that mere motivation cannot replicate. Motivation is often fleeting, a temporary surge of enthusiasm that fades once things get tough. Purpose, on the other hand, is rooted in something deeper. It's connected to your core beliefs and values, and it doesn't fade when things get hard. Even on the toughest days, when you feel like you can't take another step, remembering your why can provide you with the mental and emotional fuel to keep going. Finding your purpose often involves deep self-reflection. It requires asking yourself what truly matters to you, what you want to contribute to the world, and why your goal matters in the larger context of your life. Your purpose is personal, and it may evolve over time as you grow and learn more about yourself. What's important is that it connects you to something bigger than just the task at hand. It makes the work you're doing meaningful and worth the sacrifices you have to make along the way. Having a strong sense of purpose doesn't just help you during difficult times, it also gives you clarity when it comes to decision making. When faced with multiple paths or options, a clear why helps you prioritize your efforts, focus on what truly matters, and avoid getting distracted by things that don't align with your ultimate goals. It becomes easier to say no to things that don't serve your purpose and to say yes to the opportunities that move you closer to what you want to achieve. In moments of doubt, when the future feels uncertain and the road ahead looks unclear, your purpose acts as a compass that keeps you on course. It's the unwavering belief that what you're doing is worth the effort and that no matter how difficult the journey gets, the rewards are greater than the challenges. Your why will keep you grounded, remind you why you started in the first place, and empower you to push through when everything else feels uncertain. Your purpose is the emotional backbone of your perseverance. It is the reason you keep going when others may quit, the reminder that the path to success isn't always easy, but it is always worth it. It connects your day-to-day efforts to your larger vision, giving meaning to each step you take, no matter how small or difficult it may seem. When you know your why, you gain the power to keep moving forward, no matter what obstacles come your way. Developing mental toughness is essential when it comes to perseverance, especially in the face of challenges. It's easy to feel motivated when things are going well, but the true test of grit comes when obstacles arise and you feel drained, discouraged, or overwhelmed. At these moments, your ability to push forward is determined by your mental toughness, your capacity to endure hardship, stay focused, and maintain a positive outlook even when everything around you seems to be working against you. This is where perseverance truly takes root. Mental toughness is not about being immune to difficulties or not feeling fear or doubt. It's about the ability to recognize those emotions and not let them control your actions. Everyone experiences moments of self-doubt, frustration, or fatigue. It's normal. What separates those who succeed from those who give up is how they respond to those feelings. Instead of letting doubt derail them, mentally tough individuals acknowledge the feelings but continue moving forward anyway. They understand that emotions are temporary and don't have to dictate their decisions or their behavior. The development of mental toughness comes with experience. It's a muscle that needs to be exercised consistently. Just as physical strength requires training and time to build, so does the strength of your mind. The more you face challenges and push through discomfort, the more resilient you become. Every setback, every failure, every tough day strengthens that mental muscle, helping you become more capable of handling future obstacles with greater ease and less resistance. The process of facing and overcoming adversity is what shapes mental toughness, enabling you to endure more, bounce back faster, and keep going longer. One of the most important aspects of mental toughness is learning how to manage your thoughts. Negative self-talk and limiting beliefs can be powerful forces that hold you back. In moments of struggle, it's easy to fall into a pattern of negative thinking, convincing yourself that you're not good enough, that you'll never make it, or that it's not worth it. But a mentally tough individual recognizes these thoughts as part of the process, not the truth. Instead of succumbing to negativity, they actively reframe their thinking and focus on what they can control. They take action even when they don't feel like it, because they know that their progress isn't determined by feelings alone, but by their decisions and commitment to keep going. Resilience is another key component of mental toughness. It's not just about having the strength to face challenges, but also the ability to recover quickly when things don't go according to plan. Life is unpredictable and things will often go wrong, but the ability to bounce back from adversity, to get up after falling down, and to keep your momentum moving forward is what helps you stay on track toward your goals. Building resilience takes time, and it often requires adopting a mindset that sees setbacks not as failures, but as temporary situations that can be overcome with effort and patience. Emotional control also plays a huge role in mental toughness. The ability to stay calm and composed during stressful or high-pressure situations allows you to think clearly, make better decisions, and take more effective actions. When you're under stress, your instinct might be to panic or react impulsively, but a mentally tough person learns how to stay grounded and focused. They don't let emotions cloud their judgment or cause them to make rash decisions that could derail their progress. Instead, they maintain a clear sense of purpose and take measured steps, knowing that staying calm under pressure is crucial for long-term success. One of the most important aspects of building mental toughness is understanding that it's not about perfection. It's about persistence. No one is always calm, confident, or motivated. Everyone has moments of doubt, fatigue, and frustration. But mental toughness means you don't let those moments define you. You keep going. You make the choice to keep moving forward regardless of how you feel in the moment. It's this ability to push through discomfort, to persist when it's hard, and to keep working toward your goals even when the road ahead seems uncertain that builds real perseverance. Over time, this mental toughness becomes a part of who you are, becomes second nature to continue pushing forward, to keep showing up, and to face every challenge head on, knowing that each hurdle is an opportunity to grow stronger. The more you develop your mental toughness, the more you realize that setbacks are just part of the process, and they don't define your ability to succeed. Instead, they are simply stepping stones along the path to your ultimate goal. Building a supportive community is essential to developing grit and perseverance. While personal resilience and determination are important, the people around you can significantly influence your ability to keep pushing forward, especially when the going gets tough. The right community acts as a source of encouragement, accountability, and guidance, providing the emotional and practical support needed to navigate challenges. When you're facing obstacles, it's crucial to have individuals who will uplift you, offer constructive feedback, and remind you of your strength and potential. A strong support system doesn't just help you avoid burnout, it can also keep you grounded and focused on your long-term goals. Let's bring it home, Malachi. No one can succeed in isolation. Even the most driven individuals need others who understand their journey and are willing to offer support along the way. It's not just about having people who are cheering you on when things are easy. It's about having a community that believes in you even when you're struggling, when you're questioning yourself, or when you feel like giving up. The people around you become mirrors, reflecting your strengths back at you and helping you see your potential even when you doubt it yourself. They remind you of your why and help you stay grounded when the challenges seem overwhelming. A strong community also holds you accountable. Accountability is a powerful motivator, especially during moments when you feel discouraged or tempted to quit. When you have others who are invested in your progress and are willing to check in on your goals, it forces you to stay on track. This accountability goes beyond just checking off tasks. It's about knowing that your actions matter to others and that your commitment to your goals has an impact on those around you. This sense of responsibility helps to drive perseverance, pushing you to continue even when the results aren't immediate or the path isn't easy. Another critical aspect of community is the opportunity to learn from others who are on similar journeys. The people you surround yourself with can offer valuable insights, advice, and strategies based on their own experiences. When you face challenges, there's a high likelihood that someone else has faced something similar and can share the lessons they've learned. By leaning on others' experiences and sharing your own, you not only gain new perspectives, but also build a sense of camaraderie that strengthens your resolve. This shared wisdom can save you time, prevent mistakes, and help you navigate your journey with more confidence. Equally important is the emotional support that a community can provide. The journey to success is rarely a straight line, and there will inevitably be moments of doubt, frustration, and even failure. During these times, having a group of people who genuinely care about your well-being can make all the difference. Emotional support helps you process setbacks and keep going. It reminds you that you are not alone in your struggles and that you have people to turn to for comfort and reassurance. In those moments of self-doubt, your community can be the anchor that keeps you grounded, helping you to push through temporary difficulties and stay focused on your larger vision. Your community should not only offer encouragement and support, but also challenge you to grow. It's easy to remain stagnant when surrounded by people who only agree with you or avoid challenging you. A strong community consists of individuals who challenge you to be better, to step outside of your comfort zone, and to aim higher. They hold you to a higher standard and encourage you to pursue greatness, even when it feels difficult or uncertain. It's through this challenge that you can expand your limits, build resilience, and refine your approach to reaching your goals. A well-rounded support system is one that provides a balance of encouragement, accountability, shared knowledge, emotional support, and challenge. These elements work together to create an environment where perseverance can thrive. Without this kind of support, it's easy to become overwhelmed by the obstacles you face. But with the right community by your side, you can develop the mental toughness needed to keep going, knowing that you don't have to face the journey alone. The people you surround yourself with are a powerful force in helping you unlock your full potential and build the grit required to achieve your goals. When you cultivate grit, perseverance becomes the driving force that helps you navigate the ups and downs of your journey. It's the kind of internal strength that doesn't just help you reach your goals, it ensures that you will reach them, no matter the challenges that arise. The key is that perseverance isn't about trying and failing once or twice and then quitting when things get tough. It's about committing to the process, understanding that there will be obstacles along the way, and choosing to continue moving forward with determination even when things don't go as planned. The reality is that with perseverance, you are not just working towards success, you're actively building the capacity to handle whatever comes your way, which in turn sets you up to succeed in the long run. Success doesn't happen overnight, and those who succeed understand that the road to achievement is rarely smooth. It's filled with setbacks, doubts, and unexpected turns. However, those who persevere understand that these are not signs to stop, but opportunities to learn and adjust. The key is not in avoiding failure, but in using failure as a tool for growth. With each step forward, whether it's a success or a setback, perseverance strengthens your resilience and allows you to keep going. When you develop this mindset, you begin to see obstacles as part of the process, not as reasons to quit. The belief that I will figure this out, I will get through this, is what sustains you. One of the most empowering aspects of perseverance is that it turns every challenge into a lesson. When you encounter setbacks, instead of getting discouraged, you begin to ask yourself, what can I learn from this, and what can I do differently moving forward? It's this mindset that separates those who persist from those who give up. The persistent ones don't take failure personally. They see it as part of the growth process. Each failure is an opportunity to improve, recalibrate, and continue moving forward with greater wisdom and confidence. What makes perseverance so powerful is that it doesn't just help you achieve your goals. It transforms you along the way. With each challenge, you develop a deeper sense of self-confidence and self-belief because you prove to yourself that you can overcome anything. As you push through difficulties, you expand your capacity to handle future struggles. The more you persevere, the more you realize that the strength to overcome adversity is already within you. It is through these repeated acts of perseverance that you begin to see success not as a distant possibility, but as an inevitable outcome. Perseverance also helps you stay focused on the long-term vision, even when immediate results are not visible. When you commit to a goal, it's easy to get discouraged when progress doesn't match your expectations or when success feels far off. This is where perseverance plays a critical role. It teaches you to trust the process and to keep moving forward despite the uncertainty of the outcome. The people who achieve great things understand that their journey may take longer than they initially expected, but they continue to work toward their goals, step by step, knowing that each effort is bringing them closer to success. Perseverance helps you stay committed to the bigger picture and not get lost in the temporary frustrations or setbacks along the way. One of the most powerful aspects of perseverance is its ability to build momentum. At first, progress may feel slow and the obstacles may seem overwhelming. But with time, the small efforts you put in every day add up and you begin to see the results of your perseverance. Each small victory builds on the last, creating a snowball effect that propels you forward. Over time, as you continue to push past setbacks and continue to show up, you gain confidence in your ability to achieve your goals. This momentum becomes self-sustaining. As you get closer to your goals, you start to see how the effort you've put in over time has made a real impact, and this fuels your continued perseverance. When you develop perseverance, you also develop a sense of patience and understanding that success is not about avoiding challenges, but about how you respond to them. Those who persevere don't expect to have an easy path, but they trust that every challenge is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to become better. With perseverance, success is not a question of if, but a matter of when. It's about staying in the game long enough to see your hard work pay off. In this way, perseverance becomes a powerful tool for overcoming obstacles, achieving goals, and ultimately realizing success, no matter the difficulties that arise.